Hi, welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game. And today we're going to be looking at a very new game. It's one of my Kickstarter games that I've been anticipating this all year, and it arrived just about a week ago now. I have been a little under, well, I was out of town for a couple of weeks, and then I've been a little under the weather this week. I'm still getting over it. But I am way behind on recording some of these videos, so I really need to get a few done tonight and then some more tomorrow, and then I'll be out of town again for most of this next week. You won't see this until I'm back. And then I'll be back for a while, and then I'll be gone for a while, then I'll be back for the rest of the year. So, but my 200th, well, my 2-year anniversary of doing this, this channel is October 10th. And on that day, I really want to get my 200th video up on that day. And I am far from getting 200 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe, because I'm only at like 130, and that's like, you know, I need another 70. I mean, it's taken me 2 years to get 130. How am I going to get another 70 in, you know, just a couple weeks? But anyway, we're just going to have fun one way or the other. So today we're looking at Fit to Print. Fit to Print, like I said, was a Kickstarter game, so I got it ahead of the stores. But when we get to E for how easy is it to find, I'll give you some inside information about it. So let's get a clue. C for components. What are you going to find inside that box? Well, you're going to find the rule book, and I'm going to open it up so that I can try and call off all of these components, because there are so many things in this box. Okay, well, first of all, let's see. This is a combination. I have punched everything out and bagged them as well as I could figure out for now, and I got them in the box. So it's like, okay. This is a mixture of the 12 double-sided centerpiece tiles and the 6 double-sided starting centerpiece tiles. So basically, these are the centerpiece tiles, 18 of them, okay? Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. Then we're going to have the big bag. The big bag, lots and lots and lots and lots of, yeah, punching out was involved here. This is 120 newspaper tiles. It's broken up into 3 categories. 57 article tiles, 29 photo tiles, and 34 ad tiles. The ad tiles are the orange. The articles are the ones with words and a headline or whatever. And then, of course, the photograph ones are actual, you know, pictures. But there's 120 of these. And you might notice I still have a little bit of my purple still hidden around in my hair. If you didn't see my wild and crazy purple, you just need to look back to a couple weeks ago. Okay, then we have the components to make 6 deluxe 3D decks. I have not put them together. I've punched them out, but I have not actually done the bending and putting together of these. I'm not sure if I really want to, because I don't know how this will all fit in here. Unless, you know, because there's really not that much space, so I might just use these flat and not have the thing, unless I'm supposed to hide things. I don't think we'll have time to hide things in this game. But anyway, that's the 6 deluxe 3D discs. Then we have a deck of cards, and what are we calling them here? Okay, we got let's see. I don't want to do, okay, in this deck, we're going to have 6 player aid character cards, 12 Friday breaking news cards, 12 Saturday breaking news cards, and 12 Sunday breaking news cards. And that's all of these. I have not taken them out of their wrap, yeah. And then, let's see, we've got a scoring pad, full color scoring pad, and apparently you can do up to 6 players or 6 plays on one thing, and they are double-sided, which is really nice because it makes it last even longer if you're not one of those who laminates, because I tend to laminate if at all possible. There are then also 6 folding paper boards, and I'm going to open one up. Each one has a different name. It's a different newspaper, and it unfolds like this. And the Friday fits in this lighter area, and Saturday is all the lighter and the dark, and then Sunday is all of that. And so yes, each player will have their own newspaper setup board. And then we have the 6 finishing tokens right there. They're just numbered 1 through 6. Simple thing. Of course, this was a Kickstarter, so I did get a little bit of promo packet that was slipped into my box to go with the Kickstarter. And those are all the components inside of this box. Now I'm going to move some of these back over because if I ever want to lift up the cover, oh, it did come with some plastic bags as well. I haven't figured out how to really use them to the best advantage. Okay, so let's just move stuff around so that I can grab the cover when I want to show you, since I don't do fancy inlays of the pictures. It's like, this is the game we're looking at, fit to print. Okay, so that was C for components. L, length of play. It's one of those things that I always forget to look at. They say 15 to 30 minutes. Why do they say 15 to 30 minutes? Because it's a real-time game. So the average times period for each of the days for picking and setting and taking your hands off and scoring what you've done is 4 minutes. You have 3 days. So that's 12 minutes plus times in between to do your scoring and everything. I think 15 minutes is really pushing it to have 3 days worth done. But if you think 4 minutes is too long and you get really good at the game, you can do it in 3 minutes. That's the speed version. And if you want it to be a little bit more casual, then you do 5 minutes. Now, personally, I'm not sure how much time I want to set. I hate real-time games. They stress me out. I can play like 2 rounds of a 5-minute game, 5 minute, 3 minute, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I need a turn-based game now. I need a nice, relaxing turn-based game. Please give me a nice, slower game. So I'm looking at this going, I'm not sure if even 5 minutes is casual enough for me. I might make a house rule of a little bit longer than that, but that's the good thing about this. You can set it up however you want, but definitely I would say think more in the 30-minute range, not the 15-minute range, unless you're really fast at scoring each of those pages. I'm here like, really? So yeah, they say 15 to 30. I'll say 30-ish for this game because it is timed. And let's see, U for uniqueness. It's a tile laying game, and I love tile laying games, which is what drew me to this game despite the real-time aspect of it. I have a lot of tile laying games. I have polyomino shaped ones, and the tile laying aspect of this game requires you to not have 2 items that are the same thing touching each other on that page. You have to rework things around, and of course you get negatives for having empty space. So yeah, there's this thinkiness to it. So there's a lot of tile laying games where where you put something matters. I mean, even Cascadia over here, that's one of those. Let's see if I can say Overboss is one of those. New York 1901 is one of those. Yeah, there's even Copenhagen, and yeah, there's so many different games that are tile laying games, and where you place it is very important to the final outcome. So that's what this is all about. It's a tile laying game. Now, if you look it up on Board Game Geek, the mechanisms included are, hear this list: closed drafting, end game bonuses, grid coverage, pattern building, real time, set collection. There is a solo variant, a square grid, tile placement, and variable setup. Hello. Okay, so there's a lot of mechanisms in this game, but it's a tile laying game. Overall, it's a tile laying game. And yes, what tiles you pick and choose from, where you place them, always matters. And you're going to have 3 rounds, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to do what you can do best. Okay, so that's uniqueness. E for ease. How easy is this to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? If you looked at this book, you'd think, the rule book, you'd think, this is huge. But of course, you have the cover, pretty great artwork. Then you have a kind of like, this is what it's all about. Then you have the components all there. That was my cheat sheet. And then you start with the setup. And this setup is a 3-person setup here that they show. So you haven't even gotten to the game yet. Then you have the game overview and the round overview. This is the basic game right here. This is it. Then they explain the different characters that you could choose to be, the staff bios, and they tell you all about the staff members. It's very, yeah. And then, of course, they walk you through what the reporting phase and the layout phase. The reporting phase is when you're picking tiles and you're looking at them and saving them on your desk if you're going to save them. If you're not going to save them, you just turn them over and just leave them in the pile. And you're looking for the story. You're a reporter out looking for a good picture, a good story. You're an ad exec trying to sell the most, advertising. And so that's the reporter phase. And then the layout phase is you're now taking what all these reporters and sellers, or whatever word I just used, stick on your desk, and you're doing the layouts. And so that it's a 2-phase thing. In that 4-minute block, all of this happens to happen in that 4-minute block. So you're picking, and then you're laying it. Once you lay something down, you can't move it around. It's laid down. There you are. And then they tell you the difference between the different tiles, the article, the photos, and the ads, and then they tell you what things want to be next to each other, and how, if you have white space, in other words, places that you didn't cover, round end and scoring, end game and scoring. Whew. Okay, it looks like so much more, and that's only half of the book. Wait a minute, but that's it, because the other half of the book is solo mode, puzzle mode, then all these different puzzle setups. It's like there's 12 different puzzle setups. Then you have scenarios and achievements that you can use. You don't have to. Then you have all these achievements, all these scenarios that you can set up. Some easy, medium, hard. There's so much variety that can be played with this one game. That's another thing that caught my attention, because here you have the family mode, make it easier if you're playing with children, a turn-based mode If you don't want the real time, you can do the turn-based, though the people I've watched do reviews on it, they don't like the turn-based mode, even though even some of them are like me, they don't like the real-time aspect, but they said for this it works. And the way of doing the turn-based mode, they didn't like the way that played. Then there's the newsroom mode, and then kind of like clarifications. Probably, yes, like what certain centerpieces mean, and breaking news and all that kind of stuff. And then on the back is just information about Flat Out Games, who are the people who have brought this to the United States. So there's a lot in that book, and it can look quite scary, but the basic aspect of the game is you're picking out articles, photos, and ads, pick, and then lay, and score. And then erase all that, then pick, and you do it 3 times. That is the game. Now, to get a better score than something else, that you build into it. But this game really turns out to be one that has so many different ways you can use the same components to play different styles of the same game. So that's how easy is it to learn, teach, play. There's a lot that you can grow into, but the base game is really very basic. How easy is it to learn, and how easy is it to find, and how easy is it on your pocketbook? Okay, well, again, I just got the Kickstarter, and so I've looked it up on Amazon, GameNerds.com, and MiniatureMarket.com. Game Nerds doesn't have it, mentioned at all. But Game Nerds doesn't usually mention anything before it's actually into retail. Now, GameNerds.com and MiniatureMarket.com both have it listed as a pre-order. Now, supposed to be coming out to retail sales in October. So we're almost there. Or maybe when you're watching this, we're there. It's supposed to become available for retail in October. And retail price, how easy is it on your pocketbook? Retail is $40, $39.99. But both Game Nerds and Miniature Market have it priced at $31.99. So it's $32 if you buy it through one of those 2 websites. On Amazon, I have a feeling it will probably come out at retail for $40. At your local game store, it'll probably come out at $40. So you have the variety of this, but keep in mind, if this looked interesting to you, put a little check mark there to check in October, or go into Game Nerds and Miniature Market and put in a pre-order. And then you'll be getting it. And at a good price. I mean, $32 for all of that. I'm telling you, it was a stack like this of punch-out chipboard. I mean, there was so much punching out, but it's well cut and it punched out very easily. It was not a difficult, bendy type of punching. They came out very easily. And so, that's it. We got a clue about this very new game. This game that comes out in 2023 called Fit to Print. Until next time, God bless you and your family, and happy gaming. Bye.